Hi guys, my name is Zin and welcome back to another episode. Today I'm going to prune this maple. I think it's either a red maple or a sugar maple. I'm not exactly sure which one it is. This tree has grown with a lot of vigor this year, and as you can see it's a bit overgrown that you can't really see anything, but where you're looking at the tree it's probably about the front of the tree, I think. And I'm going to remove some of these bottom, the leaves, so we can actually see the trunk and see what we're working with here. But I have a general idea of what needs to go on this tree, so we'll get started with that. I'm going to start with removing some of this bottom growth here. There's some small branches at the bottom, and I'm going to get rid of some of these long leaves that are kind of hanging over the trunk, just so that we can actually see what's going on. And these leaves they're quite long with the stems, which I'm not sure what that means. I guess it's just trying to look for a space to come out so you can get to the sun. So I guess this is like partially defoliating the tree, but I'm not going to remove too much of it. So you can actually see the trunk now a little bit. There is this little branch coming out at the bottom here that I don't need. I don't think I want to grow a branch out of there, although I could as a side branch. Maybe I should. The front's about there. I actually could grow that out and try. Maybe, you know what, maybe I'll leave that little branch there. I never thought of it before, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that's a good spot to have it come out. And I think the front's about there. That's like the back of the tree, so it would be a back branch, which would be fine, I think. There's a branch that's hard to see here, but it's right here. This branch here is actually the tallest point of the tree, but it doesn't really serve me any purpose, so I don't think I want to keep it. When Nigel came over, I actually asked him for advice on this branch, and even he said this is probably just a removal because it's coming out of this movement. The main trunk is here behind it, and this is in front. It's a smaller branch. It is possible for me to cut off the main trunk at the back here, this huge thing here, and then have that as the leader. But while it creates dramatic taper, but I don't think I want to do that. It doesn't flow as nice, I think. So having this off and having just the main trunk coming out here is nicer, I think. And the curvature of the tree is natural. When I collected it, that's how it was. It was almost a perfect round. I don't know how it happened, but it's, even if I wired it, I don't think I could make it that perfect. So I'm going to take branch off. This will be a fairly large cut because it will remove most of the top. So here we go. So that whole thing, it's a little tree by itself. Okay, so now you can actually see the tree. Opens it up much better. I've just made a couple cuts here just to clean up some of the studs from before. This is a new branch that I took off, and I cleaned this up. So last time I cut it right there, hoping for branches coming out. So now there's one here, and there's one in the back here. Let's get closer. So there's two options here. I'm not sure if you can see it because this one's in the front, but there's one in the back here and one in the front. I think they can both work as the trunk, as the leader. It's just a matter of which one looks better. If I go with the back one, it will be the tree that's going up this way, and it will continue to go towards the back or towards the curve. It will be more curving away from the center. And I think at this point it needs to go back into the tree. Although you could go this way more, and so I think what I'll do, I do want it to go towards that way, back to the center of the tree. And this branch comes up, the one in the back comes up. There's a note here which has a branch going towards the back, and there's two coming out at the top here. Actually, before I do that, let me take this branch off, or like part of it off, so we can see better. I think this branch is okay by being here, at least for now. I don't really mind it, to be honest. Where's my front? That's my front. Yeah, so let me just take some of this off, and I will take this off though, because this one is going in towards the tree. I don't really want that, so get rid of that. I'm going to try to clean up the tree as much as I can, just so it doesn't leave a nasty wound next time. So I think I'll shorten this as well, because we have this nice movement, and then there's like about 2 to 3 intervals of space that's just straight. So I think I'm going to take this back here. Hopefully something will pop up. And it should. I think it's a deciduous tree. It's, the tree has a lot bigger this year, so I think it'll push out a bud. Hopefully at this note here. And then for this, I don't think I want to take the whole entire branch off. I do like this one in the back, so what I'll do is I'll take this off. I'll take it off here, keeping the one towards the back. So I'll just take off the top. And there's another branch coming pretty much from the same spot here. I'm going to remove this, just pinch it off. There he goes. Just more like a couple leaves. So you can see there's a branch coming out the back here. Let me take this back a little bit more. And I think that branch is fine. So now, this is my main leader, which is still going. The internode here is a bit long, but there's nothing I can do about that now. There's no notes. If I cut that, this whole thing will die back, and that will be no good. Let me just clean this up. I think as far as the main trunk or the main leader goes, I might just let it go, because I do want to thicken this up in a way. So I don't think I'll do anything with that. And then there's a small branch, or a branch that's coming out, so I don't want that. I'm just gonna get rid of it. There's also a branch here, which is on the inside of the curve. It does fill that space. If I get rid of it, the tree still looks good actually. So I think I will get rid of it. It is on the inside of the curve, and when I look at this, I think it makes the tree look better than having it here. So yes, I'm going to take that off. Just going to clean this up. I think as far as the top goes, I did say I was going to leave it, but actually let me take off this branch here. There's one coming out over here at the base of the main branch. I'm going to get rid of that. And there's actually two branches coming out of here. Yeah, I'm going to remove this horizontal one. It's, I don't know, it's right at the curve, also on the inside. It's quite strong, like it's a vigorous branch. It's you know, it's hardening right now, and I don't think I want it because my main leader is right here. This is right underneath. I don't think that makes sense. Same as the little thing here. So let me just take that off. I'm going to take this off. Yes. Yeah. There's a wasp on my head. I don't see any reason why it would sting me, so I'll just leave it. But it's kind of scary. Dude. Okay. This junction here, you know, it's two branches coming at the same spot, but I think that's okay. I mean, once it gets bigger, it'll just be a split. So the main trunk will be split into two. I have the secondary trunk there. Hopefully something grows. So I'm going to clean up this this cut, and I think that's all I would do. Okay, I don't know what to do with this wasp. So I'm going to try to get rid of this stub here. Oh, wow. It's dead wood, and it's super hard to prune. Yeah, you can see the wood inside, it's not even alive. Okay, well, that's as good as I can clean it. So I think over time it'll just heal up and it'll be okay. The only thing left is the main leader. I'm thinking about if I should take it back a little bit to even out the vigor. I do want something to come out here, so I think if I leave this here, I think this is just going to get all the energy from the tree. It's just going to start taking off really strong, and we might not get something there. So I think what I'll do is I'll take that back. Looking at the tree, I'm going to take it back to this split here, so that we have this one coming out this way, which is a small turn for the tree, but I think it'll be better than no turn. Plus there's a branch here. If I wanted to go back this way, I could. So I'll take off the whole top. Which leaves up with this. The front, I think is about there. About there, I think. So right now I got the main trunk coming out towards us. There's a possible two choices there. Then I got the side branch here, and then I have a kind of a side branch and the back branch and the low branch that might not come out. So I think the main structure is okay. Yeah, the moss has been growing really well because it's under the shade of the tree, and it's just super green. So I think that's all I'm going to do today, just to take this back, because I know it's overgrown. I need to, shape it better. So I think that's it for today. And next weekend is the Canada Day long weekend, so hopefully everybody enjoys that next week. For those of you who are in Canada, I should be able to prune something. I think next week I'm going to go over to Nigel's and work on my pomegranate. Hopefully he can really help me with that, because that thing right now is a little bush, so it'll be fun to work with. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. That's all for this week.